moving ahead, the objectives of this session is firstly just a revision. I understand you had done very extensive sessions on marketing. So just a few tips on importance of marketing. Okay. Secondly, exploring a Canva to create professional designs. I mean, which are the elements there, which can be designed using Canva. Of course, like I said in the beginning, we are not going to be exploring, or going into creating those designs, but what all can be done from there. And besides that, there are some very good free tools, okay, which we can use for marketing. So how and from where we can get them, and of course their website, their URL. I will be sharing details of all that. Besides that, if there is anything else that you wish to learn, please put that in the chat box, and I would be very happy to answer that query. So moving ahead, moving ahead to the next slide. Now, is there anyone who says no to this? I think Neetaji is saying no because there is too much of technology going on, and she says that too much of technology is not good also. Okay. Anjana says yes, good. So we will be exploring, some of the free marketing tools besides Canva also. Good to get that thumbs up from Rituji also. Now, first things first, importance of marketing. One of in the beginning, let me share a little bit of information. Marketing and sales are two different things. Okay. They are absolutely two different things. And sales, as a matter of fact, is a result of marketing. Okay. It is one of the results of marketing. So we need to understand the broader picture so that we can concentrate on on that and to get the desired results. Now, as far as importance of marketing goes, is the first thing. Right? To succeed in business, it is important to analyze customer expectations. Right? What is it that customers want? Very prime. Right? Number two, create good products or services based on the analysis that is there. Right? All these points are interrelated. What I will be sharing, you've already covered that. This is just a revision of that. Besides that, every product, okay, it needs to be placed and at a particular time. Okay. Place, of course, we are all talking about the internet. If it is an online business, we're all talking about the internet. But then within the internet also, there are various places or various segments. So it has to be there at an appropriate platform, and the timing needs to be perfect. Okay. Besides that, the pricing. It's not just pricing, but we are looking at profitable pricing, because we are talking business, and any business needs to make money. So there's a difference between a pricing and a profitable pricing. Profitable pricing means that what is it that we are getting out or saving after all expenditure. Okay. All kinds of expenditure, or what is it that is there. So the pricing needs to be profitable. And effective promotion, that is what this session is about. Okay. Promotion, there is a thing that you just promote. Keep on promoting, give various ads, send out flyers, this, that, and everything. But that needs to be effective in order to get business, in order to make sales, in order to create those customers or convert the leads into actual buyers. It needs to be effective. So that is what we will be exploring, and from where we can do that, how we can do that. Plan inventory and distribution. Very, very critical, especially in the days of online, when we are going online and when we are creating an online store or using the internet to conduct business. The inventory needs to be a very well planned, and the distribution network needs to be very strong. Yes, Anjana, you raised your hand. Any kind of, how can I help you?
You just mentioned inventory, and that's when I suddenly clicked. Do we have any tools for maintaining the inventory that we have? Could you?
Yes.
So could we have a session on that, wherein in maintaining the inventory is a big headache?
Yes.
So if we can have that,
okay.
Any tools which will help us maintain just the home base kind of thing, without too much of a hassle.
Okay.
Would you be able to conduct a class on that, sir?
I can. If you could put that in the feedback, I will be able to do a session on that. There are tools there, very effective tools, which can be used for inventory management also.
Yes. Thank you, sir.
Well, so now this is the key line. Okay. This is the key line, let me tell you. Marketing starts with the customer. Okay. What he wants to have, and ends with the customer. Giving him what he wants. Not to be gender specific, but this is the basics, okay, of from where it starts and where it ends. Okay. There might be, a difference of opinion here, that you might say that we create, niche products, or we create we create a product which is unique. No doubt about that. But that product needs to be sold to the customer. At the end of the day, it wouldn't be fair on us to create a product which does not sell. We are talking about business. We are not talking about just the satisfaction out of which we get out of creating a great product. But here we are talking about a product which can be sold at a profitable price. Otherwise, it will just sit in the inventory and we will look at it, feel happy, but then the monies are not recovered. Right? So this is, again, one of the things that we need to keep in mind when it gets to marketing. Okay. Now, the second slide, it gets to the purpose of marketing. Now, this was the importance. Very correlated, very thin lines, okay, but need to be adhered to and thought of when going into, a marketing plan, okay, or strategizing on, on the marketing side. The first thing is it provides the power to create a successful business, because it tells the customer what the business has to offer. And not only a product, but the business on the whole. We are not talking just about product. Okay, that's why we say what the business has to offer. And besides that, it helps owners to know customers. There are various tools, when we go into, when I share details about the kind of tools that are there, then you would get to have an idea. Besides, it helps customers to know about the business, vice versa. Owners about customers and customers about the business. Besides that, a very important element of business is trust. I mean, there are now, take for example, the greatest or rather the biggest online store, Amazon. Most of us, we order blindly from there. We wouldn't even think much about it. Okay, if it is at Amazon, it must be good. Right? Now that is the trust. That is what they have created over a period of time, and it is the marketing side of the business which has created that trust. Right? Besides that, it provides insights about the business. Right? Now here, when we are looking at insights, if you recall, all the social media pages, okay, be it Facebook, be it Instagram, when we post there and we go into the insights or into the dashboard, we can see what has clicked, where we are right, where we are wrong. That is insights. And analyzing that is very, very crucial for success in business. Besides that, now since there is a statistics collected over a period of time, so it helps the owners to make informed decisions. Okay. If we know that certain strategies are not working, or there is a customer feedback which requires us to modify our product, then we get those. If that is a repetitive kind of a comment or a repetitive kind of requirement or demand, then we can we take informed decisions. It's not that we think as the owner or as the creator that this needs to be this way. No, here the insights or the reviews will help us to make those informed decisions which help in the selling of our products. This again is a key. Okay, without marketing, a business doesn't have a voice, and anything that cannot be heard is not, which does not make a noise, which cannot be heard, it doesn't get sold. So it's very, very critical, very important to plan your marketing strategies. And there are lots of tools, some of which we have shared, some new tools we will be sharing today. Now, time for some question answers. This was something which you must have done in Bendaji's sessions. I don't believe that you haven't done it. Now, you can unmute yourselves and please start with anyone taking the lead. What is SMART goals?
Specific, measurable, achievable. What is the R? Realistic and time bound.
Good. So Anjana has made a good note of all this, that means. Okay.
But I haven't finished the assignment.
Well, you better finish it. That's why I have got this slide here. It rings a bell in your mind that you got to finish the assignment also. Okay. Now, for any kind of a campaign that we start or any kind of a strategy that we develop, okay, there have to be goals, and nothing better than SMART goals. When we're talking of SMART goals, they are the most effective ways to grow a business. Right? Looking in the sense specific, As I have already said, whether it is a marketing a campaign or any kind of a post that we are making, even a small thing as a social media, any kind of a campaign that we are creating. From the content point of view, it needs to be very specific. Okay. Measurable. But thanks to insights, everything is measurable. And even the newer tools that I will be talking about, everything in those on those platforms is measurable, attainable. Not something, I can't be an astronaut. I can't think of, flying to the moon in the next 1 year. Okay. Neither do I have the money, nor do I have the ability to become an astronaut. So it needs to be attainable. Right? Relevant, very necessary. Then the customer's focus stays there. At the same time, time bound. Time is very, very critical, and we need to analyze our progress based on these. Examples: to reach 10,000 followers on Instagram by December 2022. Who has this idea? Geeta ji has set this smart goal, I think. She is going to cross 10,000 followers. Am I correct, Geeta ji? Yeah.
I hope so.
Yes, that's the spirit. That's the spirit. We got to make it. We have to make it. Okay. So all these, both these things. Something about what is marketing, the importance, and these goals. Please keep in mind when designing any of your campaigns. Okay. A campaign is not just a one shot, okay, that we just did this. No. Or we made just one post. No. Campaign is spread over a period of time. And it needs to be progressive, repetitive, leading to progression. Okay. Today I might be using some heavy words, but that is the need of the hour also. Okay. Now, I have listed all the, whichever application I'm talking about or the software that I'm talking about, I have listed their web address, at the top there. Okay. Now, Canva and marketing, we have done quite a decent bit of sessions on Canva and marketing. Some of the core elements there that we can make from which can be used effectively in marketing. Okay. Posters, logos, flyers, labels, business cards. Okay. All this when we go into Canva and when we click on the marketing section, we will find the templates as well as the separate headings for this also. Social media ads. Okay. We no longer, we don't have to go to that particular help center of the social media that we want to use and find out what is the header size. It is already available here. Okay. And make use of them. When the more we use this, the better it would be. Certificates, any kind of certificates that you wish to give out. Okay. And certificates, they help a lot. Okay. Everybody feels proud in receiving a certificate. And we find that very common. Headers, when we are talking of headers, it is not only headers for, a letterhead or something of that sort, or a YouTube channel. It is even headers for any kind of mass mailing that we are doing. Okay. If it has your company credentials there, or your basic taglines and those kind of things, we create headers also out of there. Stickers, a great way of creating stickers also. Coupons, anytime that we are. Video ads, okay. How many of you all are interested in creating video ads? Just wanted to ask, I mean, does it have any reference to your business? Because then I was thinking of including a session on video ads. Okay. Rituji says yes. And
Yes,
so,
yes.
okay,
Yes, sir. We can,
okay,
yes.
okay, okay.
Is that like on YouTube?
Yes,
Is
like
that
on
video?
YouTube.
Okay.
Yeah. Besides that, newsletters. Okay, when we grow up, if we are creating any kind, and let me tell you something. Newsletter is a great way of creating your database. Okay, as well as using it as a promotional tool. Okay, we create.
Sir, are newsletters still valid today?
Oh yes, oh yes.
Yeah, because it's a very old thought. Nowadays, people don't read much newsletters.
Actually, what happens, like I said, in any kind of a promotion that you do, okay, uh, it is an 80-20 ratio that we follow. When we say 80-20 ratio that we follow, we are talking of 80% news. Okay, the reverse happens. Why people don't follow that is 80% they are promoting themselves and 20% is the news. Okay. Now that is wrong. So the news needs to be there, and there are various sources, from where news can be compiled, which is available, freely available there. Now, what is it? We can just compile it in a decent way and send it out. So, and make newsletters need to be interesting. Interesting in the sense there are various elements that go into compiling a newsletter. So if it is interesting, there people would read it. Besides that, any kind of a brochure or a menu, we can create that. Cards, we can create that. Okay, this is this is just the marketing side. Okay. We are not talking about office stationery which can be created using Canva. Right? This is just the marketing side. So it's a very powerful tool. Get your hands, those who've not started yet, get your hands on this. Pick up even the smallest section. Okay, pick up even the smallest section. Get your hands on Canva and start working on that. Now we're getting to some of the other free marketing tools that are there. Okay. On this slide, it is just the names, but I will be going into details about all the tools that are here. And I'm sure you would have also heard about a few of them in the other sessions. So here we are talking about Buffer. I will let you know about a Buffer as to what is Buffer. IFTT. Okay. IFTT is if this, then that. Okay. That's what is the full form of IFTT. Besides that, SurveyMonkey, a very powerful tool. Okay. MailChimp, I'm sure MailChimp you would have done in the email, the email importance of email campaigns being done by one of my colleagues. Trello, again, is a very powerful tool. Answer the Public. This is a unique kind of a very unique tool to use when creating a content. Clear. This is again, some of the highly recommended, free marketing tools there. And besides that, we have a host of Google tools also, which I shared from the Google Business Profile, the ads and all, the keyword search and those kind of things. We could use that also. I have not included the Google bundle here because that again is, something which we have covered. I have covered in the previous sessions. Now, anyone using Buffer? Any ideas? Anyone using Buffer? Okay.
No.
Okay. The web address is buffer.com. Not to worry about taking notes, Neetaji. I will be putting all this, all the contents of my slide in the notes. So you will get all this information there.
So when it goes more in my head.
Okay, that's our traditional way of learning. More, right?
It goes more in my head.
Right.
Yes, sir. We're still so used to writing.
Yeah.
Assignments, I write first and then I put it onto the mail. And my daughter was saying, "What are you doing?" Why? I said, "No, I think better when I write."
True.
Old school thing.
Yes. I mean, my personal this thing. I have become too lazy to write. And I think if there was no Google Pay or net banking, probably all my checks would have bounced, because even I have forgotten my signature. And the worst is, I must admit, the worst is I have forgotten to write in Hindi. Whereas in grade 10, I was a 1-pointer. I scored 84% in Hindi. And now it is that if I have to sign, the matras, I have to literally think whether it's the long one or the short one. That's what has happened, especially since the last 20 years. I'm on to technology, so everything is keyboard related, or the voice recordings and all that. Okay, so continuing, buffer. This is just an overview that I am sharing. One of the things is that it's a software application for the web. Web means it's on the website also, and there is an application also, which can be downloaded from the Play Store. It is designed to manage accounts and social networks. A one-stop solution. For example, if we are using Facebook, we are using Instagram, we are using Twitter, and we are using Pinterest, and at the same time we are using LinkedIn. So if we create an account on Buffer, we would be able to post material on all these sites. We don't have to open up the individual account and do individual posting there. I mean, that is what it does. So it's a one-stop kind of.
So from this one platform only you can send to all of them.
Yes. So what we can do, we can also schedule posts, to all these accounts there. One of the things, let me also share my maybe a little bit of information, basic information about marketing. One of the things, that we always, when I used to wonder when I came on to the social media, I would see, ads, and I would think, as to how much time these people spend on every day sitting on and placing those ads. Well, that is not the case. They design the ads, they devote a day or two, complete everything, use a platform, something like this, post everything there, and then automatically on that scheduled date, that post goes up. So it's not that every day they are spending 2 hours in posting. They are spending 2 hours to check the insights, whereas we spend 2 hours in posting. So that is the, this kind of a place. I mean, and this is not the only one. I mean, you can check, there are others also. And the designing of all these, whether it's Twitter, Facebook, Insta, everything we can pick from what we call it, Canva. They're all, linked as such. We can analyze the results and engage with the community, because it will tell us this also has insights. So we can analyze the results and engage. Rather, if there are any comments or anything of that sort, we can respond from this panel itself. Besides that, the basic account is free. Okay. Subscription required to avail all features. And I will also put up this link where we can check on the prices. Okay. So this again is a great marketing tool. I mean, tell me something. If I want to place maximum of what we will be able to do, Insta and Facebook are together, so we might, just post those ads together. But not the rest. Here we have the option of connecting all right across. Okay. Now, coming over the next one, it is IFTT. Okay. And first, I thought it just came to me, Institute of Fashion and Textile Technology or something. Well, it's nothing like that. This is, if this, then that. Okay. And this is also a great marketing tool. Just to give you, a software application again for the web and mobile. What it does is, this might seem, a bit odd. Okay. When I read about it, I thought that this was an odd kind of a thing. But those of us who have been using, say, slightly advanced features of Excel and all, Excel or Access or any kind of a coding, then in programming, what happens is when we give a command, okay, when we create a query, and then after that query, after we create that query, it has certain fields. Right? So if something matches that field, then the result comes out. Right? So in this thing also, okay, what happens is that IFTT has over about 600 various applications or softwares connected to it. So for example, what we can do is we can create conditional or, commands as such. And if there's something has happened based on that conditional statement, then it will automatically take action. Okay. I will explain it in simple terms also. Now, what we do, that statement that we create is known as applets. Okay. The applet is triggered by changes that occur within the web services. Okay. E.g. Gmail, Facebook, Telegram, like I said, there are about 600 of them. For example, if on Gmail we receive, now what would be an applet? Just to give you a rough example. If on Gmail we receive a fresh mail from a new email ID, and on that email ID, if we set up a command that as soon as a new email ID is registered in the mailbox, can you automatically send this message to that ID? Okay, it's not an autoresponder. Okay, it's not an autoresponder. For example, if a new mail comes and I want to send my catalog to any new mail that comes in. Okay. So I create that query. And once I create that query, I don't have to send that catalog. It will go automatically. Okay. It's not an autoresponder. Autoresponder is a different thing. This is something which is totally different. Now, for example, it says if there is somebody who is on Twitter, okay, and in Twitter, if you promote a message, or rather within Twitter, within the content that you have written, if you say connect, if you just mention that connect with us using hashtag so and so, okay, then As soon as that individual connects with you using that hashtag, any kind of a message that you want to send back goes off automatically. Right? Or anyone who has, used your photo in any place, it will automatically archive that. Right? So it collects data and it automates it. It does both the things there. Right? This again is basic account is free, but then there are here within this, you will not believe that there are commands. I mean, especially for smart homes in this application. That if you say switch on the light at such and such time, if it's a smart home, it will do that. It will connect with Alexa. It will connect with all those kind of smart devices that are there. Okay. So, and again, it has a price, the subscription, the professional account, there is a price there. And this is, I will place this link also within this. SurveyMonkey. How many of us have used SurveyMonkey? No.
I've got people, them sending me surveys to do, but never ever used it, never got money.
Never got money. Okay.
Yeah, never ever filled it also fully. They keep sending surveys to me.
Even I have done surveys, but I've never used this.
Okay. Use this. This is again, especially essential. From the marketing point of view. Okay. From the marketing point of view, it is essential in the way that if you're launching any kind of a new product. Okay. Just to let you know, any kind of a new product, or you just want to advertise, and although the product is there, but you want to advertise, this is also a way. Send out surveys. Okay. So the SurveyMonkey, basically it's a cloud-based survey tool. Okay. And what it does, we can create, send, and analyze surveys. Right? Everything is collected there. There is a color palette for changing the appearance of the survey. Okay. We can, if we are creating a survey, we can make the appearance look like, make the appearance of the survey to be in line with our marketing, the brand kit that we had referred to. We can make it absolutely in accordance with that. Okay. We have the option to email surveys, all the kind of database that we have, or post a link on websites and social media profiles. Okay. So if we have created, if we have created a post and we want any kind of response to that, we can create that link and post it on our website or on the social media, and it will stay there. It will not, just vanish. The basic account is free. Subscription is required, to avail all features. And this is SurveyMonkey. This is just one section. When we get into the mails, this is what it can do. But from the host, from the user point of view, you will get all the analysis, how many mails were opened, what time, what this, what that, everything, you would get to know about that. Okay. How many were deleted just without, opening it, and so on and so forth. Everything is there. Right. Again, this is the link for the price. MailChimp, how many of us have used? Anyone using MailChimp? No? Well,
I've used it.
I've used it to fill up the registration. Not used it myself, but I've filled registration where MailChimp is involved for Zoom webinars.
Okay. Good to know, Mary. You've used a MailChimp. See, the first one was a monkey. The second one was a chimp. Okay. So the monkey gathers the information. The chimp, let's see what it does. Okay. This is again an email marketing automation platform. Okay. Here also, what we can do, we can just create our, okay, let's go further, then we will talk about that. It is designed for business to reach out to customers by email, okay, specific by email. Secondly, manage mailing lists. Mailing lists in the sense that it is not necessary that all the time we send out, marketing promotions. There could be times specific customers we want to send them certain, certain offers or things like that. So we could manage our mailing lists from there itself. Okay. Besides that, we can create custom email templates. It has a very good designing section also. We could use their designing section too. We can automate marketing campaigns, something very similar to what Buffer does. Here also, if we have our mailing planned. Now, say if we are using social media, and along with the social media, if we are using the emails, the mailing campaign, then social media, log on to Buffer, do all the good things. MailChimp, log in, do all the mailing from here. Okay. Again, from here also, within MailChimp also, we get to know there's a dashboard. Within that dashboard, there are a host of reports that we can see. Area-wise, region-wise, country-wise, when after how many days it was opened, and so on and so forth. So the impact, okay, the insights, that is what makes it feasible for us to tweak our campaigns also. Okay, so this again, even if you don't, if you are not using this, what I would suggest is at least create a basic account. All of them are free. Once they are free, you can check the features there. Okay. You can check the features there. The basic, now for example, in mailing, MailChimp, the basic, it allows you to send X number of mails. Try and send it out to any of your existing customers, or anywhere, maybe even just within the family. Try and send it out and see the matrix that you get as to what is the effect of that mail, and from that you would get an idea about using the dashboard and those kind of things there. Okay, this again, I will place all these links in the now Trello. Okay, Trello is more of a team management. Okay, it's more of a team management kind of thing. Something like which my colleagues would have done on that Evernote or Notion. It's something very similar to that. Okay. It's more for a team management, and any kind of a workflow, task tracking, files, checklists, automation. Everything is there within this this account itself. There are boards that you can check, lists that are there. These are all essential elements of a Trello. Cards that are there, any kind of members, any kind of submission dates, all of them are there within a Trello. A complete project management kind of a thing there. Again, a basic account is free. A subscription is required to avail all features. And I will include all these links there. Now, answer the public. A very anyone using this, any individual using this. Okay. Well, What do you think it would be? Answer the public. Any guesses?
Like a survey kind of a thing, do you think?
You
No.
respond to queries of the customers.
Yeah, it could be accountability if there is any project being taken up by the government or public authorities or maybe the corporate sector.
Something very close to both Geeta ji and what Asha ji answered, but in a different way. Okay, in a different way, in the sense we will explore that. I will share more information. This is what it is. Okay.
Oh,
Okay. So, if, for example, now here, for example, we want to, create, or rather, I want to write a post on, say, the importance of online learning or the hybrid education. What would happen is, before a kind of, we have created an outline and we want to expand on it. But in order to deep dive into the subject, what we do is we go into, answer the public. And what answer the public does is that we type in the keywords. Okay. We type in the keywords that, of hybrid learning or online learning. And once we do that, what it does is that the questions which have been placed on Google or on Bing, the search engines, it will show up the count of those questions. Okay. And that will give us the way that it helps us, that it gives us an idea as to what is the public or rather the consumer looking for. Okay. And based on that, we could, mold or tweak the content that we are writing there. Okay.
So what kind of product would it be then?
Geeta, just go into, answerthepublic.com, okay? And there is a keyword search. It's just like a search engine. Just write there anything, okay? Baking, cakes, bakes, shakes, anything that you want to find out about. And you'll see what the public is asking for. It will give you answers there.
Okay.
what about its authenticity? Like, okay, and the source, like, okay, I mean, there could be, suppose 50 questions being posed there and answered.
Yes.
But how do I believe that they are the most authentic, like, sources of information?
The authenticity of this is based on the fact that they pull it up from Google and Bing. Okay, these are the only two locations from where they pull up the questions there. And answers. No, it does not give answers. It gives you the directive to kind of think on those lines there. It does not give answers as such, Ashaji.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, thanks.
Welcome. So now it creates visual content maps based on related propositions also, and like how, why, when, then, those kind of things there. Comparisons, in the sense that if there are any two products or any two things that are being compared, it will also generate a visual map of that. Again, the basic account is free. A subscription is required to avail, all features there. And this, I would also post this link. The last that I would be covering is Clear. Clear is again an influencer marketing platform. Influencer marketing is one way of promoting a business. Initially, it was very strong, Even now, it is tried, but its success ratio is not not something which is a very positive. So this platform, it is an influencer marketing platform. From what we can do there is identify key influencers in the industry. And if you would remember, especially those who have been using social media, you would find these, some of these business houses or some of the businesses inviting influencers on their account and asking them to do a live kind of a business.
So this is only relative for some products, no? Not for everything.
Not
certain
for
types of products.
Yes, certain
clothes,
type of products,
garments, makeup.
Even nowadays, social media has no boundaries as such, Peter. Anything. I mean, if you see the dilution of the platforms have been such that social media is used more to reach maximum number of people. Okay. So previously there used to be, like, Instagram was more of a, in my earlier session, still last year also, I would say Instagram is more of a visual platform, but now it's not, the visual platform is there. But besides the visuals, there are a host of other things also that have come onto it. And you're right there that influencers are there in mostly garments and food, and even in food, there are a lot of influencers that are there. Nowadays, though, even in white goods, white goods, there are influencers trying to sell products.
So influencers are earning hell of a lot.
Yes,
as far as I know.
No doubt about that. Okay. But then they have a social media presence, and they have created that presence.
I know some influencers who earn about 50,000 per sighting.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. And one day Geeta ji will also be there, and
ooh la la.
Yeah, she will.
Writing a food, she'll be on the food side.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, so I mean, what it does, it helps brands build scale and measure. I mean, we can also measure their campaigns also from here, if we are trying to do that. Plus, content ideas we can gather from there. There is a section from where we can do that, and within if we have engaged in any of these influencers, then we can analyze the potential reach, monitor, and measure success of influencer campaigns also from this platform. This again, the basic option is free, but subscription is required to avail all the features. And this is the pricing page.